10 most unique hybrid animals. Most of the time, different animal species cannot interbreed and produce an offspring. That's partly what makes two species separate instead of being labeled as the same species. However, some animals belonging to different species can actually mate and produce a hybrid offspring, which shares the characteristics of both of its parent species. This is WildFacts, and today we're going to take a look at the 10 most unique hybrid animals. Before we start, consider subscribing to our channel and clicking the notification bell so you're the first one to see our new video. Grolar Bear, polar bear and grizzly bear hybrid. The Grolar Bear is a hybrid of a polar bear and a grizzly bear. It's also sometimes called a pizzly bear or prizzly bear. The first recorded wild Grolar Bear was shot in the Canadian Arctic in 2006. Since then, there have been several more documented Grolar Bears in the wild, and some zoos have even bred them in captivity. Because it's such a rare hybrid, not much is known about them, but their appearance is a mixture of both species. For example, it has cream-colored fur, which isn't pearly white like a polar bear, but it isn't brown like a grizzly's. It also has a leaner body than a grizzly, and it has a long neck like a polar bear. In addition, it has a hump on its back, which is smaller than the grizzly's. Dolphin, bottlenose dolphin and false killer whale hybrid. This is the rarest of hybrids because bottlenose dolphin are much smaller than false killer whales, which are actually a species of oceanic dolphin and not a species of whale. That said, their populations in the wild overlap, allowing a chance for this hybridization to occur. The first dolphin bred in captivity was named Kikamalu, and it was born in Hawaii in 1985. Since then, not many zoos have successfully replicated this hybrid, and today there are only 2 dolphins living in captivity. They grow up insanely fast, and a few-month-old dolphin is already the size of a 1-year-old dolphin. Dolphins can range from 12 to 22 feet or 3.65 to 6.7 meters in length and can weigh about 600 pounds or 272 kilograms. They are carnivores, primarily feeding on capelin and herring. Most interestingly, they have 66 teeth, which is the middle ground between the false killer whale's 44 teeth and the bottlenose dolphin's 88 teeth. Zonkey, a zebra and a donkey hybrid. Zebras and donkeys belong to the same genus, Equus, so they are genetically close enough to mate. The exact features of it depend on what species of zebra and donkey are bred. But generally, zonkeys are anywhere from 3.5 to 5 feet or 1 to 1.5 meters tall, weigh from 500 to 700 pounds or 227 to 318 kilograms, and are more resemblant of a donkey than a zebra. Its skull shape is closer to the zebra, but its body is gray and black stripes are mostly visible on its white legs. Zonkeys are incredibly rare and occur naturally only in South Africa, where zebra and donkey populations overlap. Lepin, leopard and lioness hybrid. There are many big cat hybrids, the most known one being the liger. It's the largest feline in the world, and if you're interested to hear more about it, you can watch our previous video after finishing this one. That said, other big cat hybrids are rare and they have more unique features than the liger. One example of it is the lepin, which is a hybrid of the male leopard and a female lioness. The lepin is larger than the leopard and has brown spots on its beige coat. It has the head of a lion but a much shorter mane and the body of a leopard. Temperamentally, it's closer to leopards than lions because unlike lions, it enjoys climbing and swimming. The very first recorded lepin was bred in India in 1910 when a lioness gave birth to 2 lepins. It's been thought that lepins don't occur in the wild despite some populations of leopards and lions overlapping. The reason why is quite simple. An average lioness weighs about 270 pounds or 122 kilograms, which is nearly 100 pounds more than the average leopard. Such a size difference makes it very unlikely for these 2 species to mate. Jaglion, Jaguar and lioness hybrid. Another fascinating big cat hybrid is the Jaglion, which is a cross between a male jaguar and a female lion. It was first bred in captivity in Canada in 2006. In fact, that's the only documented case of someone successfully breeding this hybrid. That's why it's unknown how large the Jaglion can get, but it seems that they can weigh about 250 pounds. Unlike leopards, jaguars are not that much smaller than lions, so they could mate more easily, and the chances of this hybrid existing in the wild would be bigger than the lepins. That is, if jaguars didn't live in South America, making this hybrid absolutely impossible because no jaguar and lion populations overlap in the wild. Coy wolf, coyote and wolf hybrid. There are many different koi wolf hybrids because there are 19 recognized coyote subspecies and over 35 recognized gray wolf subspecies. Wolves and coyotes diverged very recently, anywhere from 55,000 to 117,000 years ago, so genetically they are very similar. In fact, some studies have found that nearly all gray wolf populations in North America carry some coyote DNA. That's why koi wolves are easy to breed, and there have been dozens of successful koi wolf experiments in captivity. They are also abundantly found in the wild, and unlike many hybrids that have health problems and are infertile, koi wolves are generally healthy and can reproduce. Koi wolves tend to be larger than coyotes but smaller than wolves. On average, their total body length is up to 5 feet or 1.5 meters, and they can weigh up to 45 pounds or 20 kilograms. They also tend to be more social than coyotes, and just like wolves, they hunt in packs and live in groups of about 5 individuals. Koi wolves also become sexually mature much later than coyotes, at about 2 years of age. Llama, Dromedary camel and llama hybrid. The first successful Camel hybrid was documented in 1998, where scientists at the Camel Reproduction Center in Dubois used an artificial insemination technique to impregnate a female llama. The reverse hybrid hasn't been replicated, and because dromedary camels live in Africa and the Middle East while llamas inhabit South America, it can't exist naturally in the wild. Llama can weigh up to 1,000 pounds or 454 kilograms, which is 6 times more than its mother llama. It stands up to 4 feet 9 inches tall at shoulder height and has 2.4 inch or 6 centimeter long fur. The lifespan of this hybrid isn't known because its load-bearing captivity is estimated to be between 55 and 66 pounds or 25 to 30 kilograms, which is even lower than a much smaller llama's. It means that llamas aren't healthy animals and are rather weak. Additionally, it's been noted that all llamas exhibit incredibly poor temperaments, making them unfit for any use besides scientific exploration. Their diet consists of plant matter like shrubs. Finally, llamas have camel-like water retention abilities and can survive without drinking water for a really long time. Savannah cat, domestic cat and serval hybrid. The serval is a wild cat species inhabiting most of sub-Saharan Africa. It's much larger than a domestic cat, standing between 21 to 24 inches or 54 to 62 centimeters tall at shoulder height and weighing between 20 to 40 pounds or 9 to 18 kilograms. However, the size difference with domestic cats didn't stop its hybrid from being created, and the very first Savannah cat was born in 1986. They are much larger than domestic cats but smaller than servals. The Savannah cat can grow up to 9 inches or 22.8 centimeters tall and weigh between 8 to 10 pounds or 3.6 to 4.5 kilograms. However, some can be much larger, and the biggest documented Savannah cat was 19 inches or 48 centimeters tall and weighed over 25 pounds or 11 kilograms. The Savannah cat is a very popular pet, at least in terms of hybrid pets, and is actively bred all around the world. Geep, a goat and sheep hybrid. The geep, sometimes called the shote, is a hybrid of a goat and sheep. It's a super rare hybrid because goats and sheep belong to different genera, meaning they are very different on a genetic level. For example, goats have 54 chromosomes while sheep have 60. It makes it very difficult to naturally breed this hybrid, and in most cases, the offspring are stillborn. That's why there's just a handful of documented cases of successfully breeding geeps. Depending on the exact subspecies of goat and sheep used, the appearance of a hybrid varies, but generally it has the head of a goat and the body of a sheep. Killer bee, East African lowland honeybee and the European honeybee. The killer bee was created by Warwick E. Kerr, who wanted to breed a honeybee hybrid that would be easier to take care of them and produce more honey. He aimed to create a strain that was tame, but his experiments failed and he created the exact opposite. Very aggressive bees which aren't fit for honey farming. Killer bees were brought into Brazil in 1956, but 26 swarms escaped into freedom. Since then, this hybrid has become incredibly abundant in the wild and spread through most of the Americas. There are over 1,000 documented cases of them killing a person, and reportedly they can chase a person for a distance of over 1,300 feet or 400 meters.